Well, in racing, it always seems like we're on the lookout for the next big star. And I guess the Betfred Ebor isn't necessarily the obvious place to look for one. But Sir Mark Prescott's unexposed Flymetothestars could be exactly what we're looking for.
Lady Bamford bred him, and I don't think anybody expected him to be as good as he was until we galloped him, and he could clearly go, and he won first time up. Quite a decent maiden, beating one of Mr. Gosden's, who was odds on at Southwell. And then he had bits and pieces of training problems. So, you know, he's always been a horse who looked as if he could be a good horse one day. He has never run on turf. It must be a first, mustn't it, to have a favourite for the Ebor that's never been on turf. He's not the easiest horse to train. I thought he ran very well in the Northumberland Plate, was just a bit strong in the sort of mid-section of the race. And he's obviously got a great chance if he converts his all-weather form to the turf. He will not run if it doesn't have soft in the description.
Well, sometimes you don't need all the big fancy equipment to discover the obvious. We've discovered plenty about the favourite's chances for the Ebor. Come and take a look. Among many of the trends in his favour is the fact that he's the right age to be winning the race. He also has the right stamina credentials, and even his inexperience can be made into a positive. One big negative though, he's favourite, and they have an awful record in the race.
I think Hasten to Add was favourite when he won it. He has a similar profile to Hasten to Add in that Hasten to Add finished second in the Northumberland Plate, and we were absolutely convinced he'd won, but he got beaten. Mr. Johnson's beat him. And then he came to the Ebor and was favourite. So, and was a 4-year-old and an enormous horse as well. So there are similarities between the two.
Well, stars create stories. Some are forgotten, but like our friend Pegasus here, some endure and become legends. And maybe things are just aligning for Flymetothestars to take his place in equine immortality.
Isn't it the richest handicap in Europe? I think it is, and it's a great race to win.